Cadets, yesterday we have discussed the different name of processes of changing the states of matter. But if you see carefully, so basically two factors are responsible for changing of states of matter from solid to liquid, liquid back to solid, and liquid to gas, gas back to liquid, solid directly to the gas. Means only by changing of temperature or by change of pressure we can get the different states of matter. So for elaborating all those processes which you have seen in the video last time video, again all those processes will study in detail. Now interconversion of states of matter. So just see, interconversion of states of matter means physical state of matter can be changed by changing the temperature or pressure. So which I have already discussed in just a minute ago. So only two factors are there which are responsible for the changing the states of matter, that is temperature and pressure. Their interconversion it is given in the figure. Now the first one is solid state to liquid state. The conversion of solid to liquid is known as melting or fusion. Now just see, solid, heat, melting, fusion. Now liquid is formed. When we heat a solid, the kinetic energy of its constituent particle increases and they start vibrating at a greater speed. The result in the conversion of a solid into liquid. The solid changes into liquid at a particular temperature called melting point. Melting point is the temperature at which a solid substance melts to change into liquid at atmospheric pressure. So just try to understand. The temperature at which solid changes into liquid, that temperature is known as melting point. So melting point is the temperature at which the substance from its solid state to liquid state changing at atmospheric pressure. Point is the temperature at which substance gets melted at atmospheric pressure. Melting point is the indication of the strength of interparticle attractive force. If interparticle attractive force is more, then melting point of that substance will be more. Every solid has a characteristics melting point. Always remember, melting point is the characteristics of solid. No two solid will have same melting point. Now just see, here ice melting point is 273, but gold 1337, iron 1811. What does it indicate? Interparticle attractive force in iron is very strong, that is why their melting point is very high. Always remember, greater the strength of interparticle attractive force, greater will be the melting point, and vice versa. Soon after this one, I will conduct one experiment for the conversion of solid into liquid. So you will see one amazing fact. The fact is, when we conduct experiment for the conversion of solid into liquid, so we have taken ice. So ice we have taken in the beaker, and there one thermometer and we kept there. When it reaches to the melting point, so what is there? The reading of thermometer remain constant for some period of time, especially till entire ice gets melted. At that time the reading of thermometer remains constant. So where does heat go at that time? Why the reading of thermometer remains the constant? So always remember, this is because of latent heat. Whatever amount of energy, heat energy we are supplying, that energy is utilized to break the interparticle attractive force which is present in between the solid particle. Since this heat is hidden, that is why it is known as latent. Latent means hidden. So the minimum amount of energy that changes the state of substance without bringing any change in the temperature, that is known as latent heat. So what is the latent heat? The minimum amount of energy that changes the state of substance without bringing any change in the temperature. Second point is the heat is used in the conversion of state, hence it is called latent heat. Now let us see in this experiment. You just see, this is ice and the melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius. You just see here. Now this is the thermometer. This is one stand. Now we keep on heating this one. So thermometer reading initially will increase, but the moment it reaches to the 0 degree Celsius. Now here it remains constant for some period of time till entire ice gets melted. So the reason is whatever amount of heat energy is supplied, that is utilized to break the interparticle attractive force. There are two types of latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of fusion means the amount of heat supplied for the conversion of solid into liquid, and the latent heat of vaporization means the amount of heat supplied for the conversion of liquid into gas. Yes, stop. Latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at its melting point. Just see, again we have taken ice only, same thing. There is no further explanation is required. There is one question. Suppose you want to cool any object. So when you want to cool any object, you have been given choice. You have to take water and ice. So ice is better cooling agent than water. Why ice is better cooling agent than water? The reason is latent heat of fusion of ice is 80 kilocalorie. Means whenever ice is kept too near to any object, so it will absorb 80 kilocalorie per kilogram energy from that object. Why? Means water will not take that much energy. That is why ice is better cooling agent than water at 0 degree Celsius. Ice absorbs 80 kilocalorie more energy from the substance than water, and therefore it cools more effectively. Always remember, ice is better cooling agent than water at 0 degree Celsius. Start.
Yes sir.
Start.
Continue sir. Continue.
अभी pause दिए क्या?
No sir. Continue sir.
No,
No sir. No. I didn't go pause. Continue sir.
So now all these talk will come.
Yes.
So dear cadets, one process we have discussed, that is conversion of solid to liquid. Now liquid back to solid. This process is known as freezing. So the conversion of liquid state to solid state, that is known as freezing. The process of freezing is the reverse of melting. It is the process in which a liquid converts into solid. So the liquid freezing into solid. Now continue. Now explanation. See, when the temperature of liquid is lowered, the kinetic energy of the particle decreases. Thus the particle moves slowly. So try to understand. When the temperature of liquid is lowered, so the kinetic energy of the particle decreases. Thus the particle moves slowly. Try to understand. Here you are converting liquid back to solid. So just try to understand. When you decrease the temperature, then only liquid will be converted into solid. So when we decrease the temperature, the movement of particle is decreased. And once the movement of particle is decreased, so many particles will come close to each other. When the temperature is further decreased, the liquid freezes due to the forces of attraction between the particle. When the temperature is further decreased, the liquid freezes due to the forces of attraction between the particles. Always remember, when further temperature is decreased, all those particles will come close to each other. So the interparticle attractive force will be developed and they will be converted from liquid state to solid state.
Yes. Start.
Freezing point is the temperature at which liquid changes into solid by giving out energy. The numerical value of freezing point and melting point of substance is same. So try to understand, just like a melting point, freezing point is also the characteristics of the substance. No two substances will have same freezing point. And the numerical value of freezing point and melting point of substance will be the same. Like melting point of water equal to the freezing point of water, that is 0 degree Celsius. Yes. Now, so we have covered two processes, that is conversion of solid to liquid and the second one liquid back to solid. Now third process, conversion of liquid to gaseous state. So liquid state to gaseous state, when any substance gets converted, this process is known as vaporization. And always remember, this will also be taken place when you increase the temperature. So the process in which liquid changes into the gaseous state by absorbing the heat energy is called boiling or vaporization. So remember here, liquid, you have to take any liquid, you have to boil, then vaporization would be there and it will be changes into gaseous state. Yes. So now when we heat the liquid, that will be converted into vapor state. Why it is getting converted? So just see, when a liquid is heated, the kinetic energy of the particle increases. When a liquid is heated, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. When the kinetic energy becomes high enough, the particles break free from the forces of attraction and the liquid changes into gas. Suppose the liquid you are heating. So when you heat any liquid, stop.
Yes.
So its kinetic energy will increase. Particles' kinetic energy will increase. And when their kinetic energy will increase, they will be able to break the force of attraction. So once their all interparticle attractive force gets broken, so they won't be in the liquid state. Now they will be in the gaseous state. The temperature at which liquid gets converted into gaseous state, that temperature is known as boiling point. So boiling point is the temperature at which liquid changes into gas by absorbing heat at atmospheric pressure. It is the measure of the strength of attractive force between the constituent particle of liquid. So remember, just like a melting point, boiling point is also the characteristics of strength of interparticle attractive force. It means greater the boiling point, greater will be the interparticle attractive force. So the higher, it means higher the boiling point, higher will be the magnitude of attractive force. So it means when any liquid will have more boiling point, it means their interparticle attractive force was strong. Stop. Liquids having low boiling points, they are called volatile liquids, and the liquids which are having more boiling point, they are called non-volatile liquids. And always remember, boiling point is the characteristics of pure substance. Pure substance will have short melting and boiling point. Like this, see, ethyl alcohol, their boiling point is 351, water 373, mercury 630. 30 Kelvin. It means what is there? Mercury is having the highest boiling point. It means their interparticle attractive force was very strong. So just see, we have studied here conversion of liquid into gaseous state. So this process is known as vaporization. Same thing will happen here also at the time of boiling of any liquid. For some time, the reading of thermometer remain constant, especially at the boiling point of concerned liquid. Even though you are supplying the heat, so where that heat has gone? Actually, heat has gone to break the all interparticle attractive force which was present between the particles of the liquid. Since this heat is hidden, that is why this is known as latent heat of vaporization. So the definition of latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat required to convert 1 kg of liquid into gaseous state at the atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. So latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat required to convert 1 kg of liquid into gaseous state at atmospheric pressure and at its boiling point. Latent heat of vaporization of water is 540 kilocalorie per kg. And remember, steam at 100 degrees Celsius is more effective in heating the substance than water at 100 degrees Celsius. Why? Do you know? Just try to understand. First read the question. Steam at 100 degrees Celsius is more effective in heating than substance than water at 100 degrees Celsius. Remember, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, what is there? Latent heat of vaporization is also included. While water exactly at 100 degrees Celsius, in water latent heat of vaporization is not included. So in the simple language, in the water latent heat of vaporization is not included at 100 degrees Celsius. But in steam, liquid can only be converted into steam when the temperature is having or energy equal to the latent heat of vaporization. Means in the steam, not only 100 degrees Celsius water energy is included, latent heat of vaporization is also included. That is why steam is more energetic and it causes more severe burn than that of boiling water. Burn caused by steam are more severe than those caused by the boiling water, though both are at the same temperature. So already I have answered that steam has got 540 kilocalorie per kg latent heat, more energy than boiling water. When steam condenses on skin, it gives out 540 kilocalorie more energy than the boiling water. That is why we feel more severe burns.
Mixtures of different things which may be solid or liquid or even gases. Let us dissolve some salt in water. Look, a clear salt solution is prepared. Now you cannot see particles of salt in this solution. If you leave the salt solution overnight, the water will evaporate, leaving the salt behind. We can speed up this process by heating the salt solution. Water will evaporate more quickly in the form of water vapor, leaving the salt behind. The process of conversion of water into vapor is called evaporation. Evaporation is used to recover soluble solid from the solution. Do you know common salt is obtained by evaporation of seawater? Seawater is tapped in the compartments. In a few days, water evaporates completely and salt gets collected at the corner. Again, fresh seawater is tapped and the cycle continues. This is called salt farming.
Dear cadets, so today at the last time I have included one animation regarding evaporation. So I hope that you will enjoy that one. Now again I am going to recapitulate what we have learned today. So actually we have learned today the conversion of solid into liquid and liquid back to solid. So we have discussed that is melting process, melting and freezing process also we have discussed. Now conversion of liquid, that is known as boiling or vaporization, we have discussed that one also. So conversion of liquid into gas, that is known as boiling or vaporization. So today we have discussed three processes. Back remaining process means conversion of gas into liquid, solid directly into gas and gas back into solid. We will discuss tomorrow. So now this is the time to write the answer of some questions. I am giving you some questions. You write their answers and just send to my WhatsApp number. Continue. Now these questions are like that. What is boiling point? Boiling point. What is boiling point? What is melting point? What is melting point? Melting point. What is latent heat of vaporization? What is latent heat of vaporization? What is latent heat of vaporization? What is latent heat of so stop. Yes, so these are the questions. What is boiling point? What is melting point? What is the latent heat of vaporization? What do you mean by latent heat of fusion? Write their answers and now send to my personal WhatsApp number, that is 97435355029 for further checking. Thank you.